Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. With 2024 coming to an end and iRacing moving into season 1 of 2025, I thought it would be a good time to look back and take stock of 2024 in terms of racing. As many of you know, I made the decision to return to racing early in 2024, but I only truly started in late May, quite literally a week before Season 3 began. This means Season 3 and Season 4 of 2024 were my first full seasons in iRacing. Making the switch to iRacing wasn't an easy decision. I had three major options: iRacing, F1 and ACC. F1 ruled itself out simply because of the yearly release cycle, and from what I could tell at the time, the game was buggy and not in a good place competitively. ACC, while I owned it and still drive it from time to time, just didn't feel right for me personally. This left me with iRacing, and the biggest reason I chose it was the daily races, something I was used to from my time on Gran Turismo. iRacing provided a completely new challenge with new mechanics and everything, so iRacing it was, and honestly I feel it was the best decision. I'm not going to say iRacing is perfect, it isn't, but it's versatile and the developers acknowledge and engage with the community when there is valid feedback. So in this video it'll be divided into a few sections: highlights and challenges faced, and so highlights of 2024 in sim racing. So I think the biggest highlight has been my pace. Starting on a new sim, I was initially 4 to 6 seconds slower than the faster drivers. Over the span of 2 seasons, I have improved significantly. Now, I'm only 1.5 to 2 seconds behind on single lap pace and 2 to 3 seconds off during races. My main focus has been on consistency, and while there's always room for improvement, I have made great progress in this area. Second, mentality. I demonstrated strong mental resilience at several key moments this year. I was able to stay focused and recover ground when setbacks occurred outside my control, without letting these incidents or mistakes affect my performance. While I still have much to improve in this area, I am proud to include this as a positive development. I had worried I wouldn't be able to control my emotions during intense racing situations, but I proved to myself that I could, and this is an aspect I'll keep developing. Number 3, successful race events. There have been a few successful racing events this year. Obviously, winning my first ARCA race in ovals was huge. I did very well in the 3 hours of Le Mans, Sebring, Monza. They were all highlights. I remember a good race at the Hungaroring in the Ferrari also, which was a video which I'll link up top. But yeah, there were definitely some really great races, which has only made me hungry to continue grinding iRacing. Now the challenges. There have been quite a few challenges, but these are the 3 biggest ones. Number 1, technical issues. This year I was snagged by 2 major technical issues which have been resolved, but they did affect me in the moment. The first was my T150 giving out on me. Power output on it was inconsistent as hell, the pedals were a mess, and there was literally no force feedback being output. The resolution was obviously the upgrade to the Moza R3 bundle, which in the long run did help. So the other second biggest technical issue was the PS on my PC giving way. It was not being able to hold the power draw at load, and as a result the PC would just shut down randomly. This caused a lot of pain, and I nearly got demoted from my B license as a result, but I did manage to get back the lost SR and get myself promoted to the A license. Number 2, micro mistakes. The biggest challenge I faced all year is unforced errors, track limits here and there, and more important, putting myself in 50-50 situations with drivers who I know are slower than me. More recently, in my 2 attempts at the Zolder race, which I streamed here on YouTube, there are plenty of examples where I made mistakes. Number 3, racing standards. The next challenge is racing standards of drivers around me. There have been so many examples of races ruined by drivers A, who don't know how to race wheel to wheel, and B, don't have any racing etiquette. This is obviously something that is not in my control and not something I can work on. The only hope is that as I get into higher splits, the racing becomes cleaner. So as you all can see, it was a mixed bag, mostly good, but lots of things to work on and places to improve. Biggest things that need improvement for myself is the small track limits violations which add up, etc. This would be the place where I would talk about the next year in iRacing, but I do have a separate video that's going to cover that tomorrow. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next year. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you've watched a lot of the videos this year, please leave a comment and tell me if there's something that you feel that I was good at this year, or something that I was bad at this year. I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you so much. Take care and see you in the next one.